Hey, love, this is Roslynn back at you one more again. Hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support y'all are constantly giving me each and every day. It is truly, truly a blessing. And with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when your girl's about to upload her next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up and telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos give you a good uplift or gave you insight that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through trying times right now and just needing spiritual guidance or just confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share them while you're at it. Give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It is always appreciated, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. Still listen to the same meditation song. Ooh, and a black butterfly just came up. The video that I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. Heyokas transform into the affirmation that helps you find your way back home. It's like somebody near and dear to me made a song that, it truly relates to the things that I'm going through. And always, universe always sends me constant reminder, especially through song, on everything is going to be okay. And it's like you're becoming that. As soon as I said that, it's like 222 on the computer. We're becoming that affirmation. You can look at yourself and see that you're your own blessing of how you can overcome different struggles in your life, how you can be courageous and face the burdens of trials that we carry along the way, that is truly just needing to be detached. But appreciation, while you're detaching, appreciate it and show gratitude for the things that it gave you, for the strength that you didn't even know you needed. And just being able to do that, because it's like a lot of us, we're having that feeling like we're longing to be home, something that feels warm to you, somewhere where you can feel safe. And I always say that, I'm ready to go home, and it's like certain songs that I listen to, when I'm feeling down or sad, that really uplifts me in a very powerful way, that I can truly say thank you to, to my guides for, because it is, we go through these changes at times. And it's just like a lot of times when I feel disoriented or I feel out of place or out of sequence, I listen to music or I sing or, I just write, do those different things on being able to allow myself to understand and the changing that is taking place, the changes that are needed. Nothing in life comes easy for us. It becomes the blessings that we didn't know we even needed. And that reflects the power of transcending. Transcending is surpassing everything that you thought where you were needed at. You're going past what your goal was to be. I really don't like goals because a lot of times we break those at times, but you jot down the things that you want in life. And when it's not just going to impact your life, but in the surrounding of the world, that universe is going to bless that. Because if he knows that, if they know that you're doing something in a very powerful purpose, that that it can coincides or collaborates with the gifts that you carry, universe is going to make sure all those things happen. Especially a lot of times we feel lost in how we're going to be guided towards those things. And a lot of times they'll introduce us to other people. And it's like, as always, we always have the answer. Well, most of the time, let me put it that way, because sometimes you can feel stuck like, dang, I don't know what to tell you. But there are some times when you question certain things about yourself or about your path, and they'll connect you with somebody, and then they'll give you the answer just because you connected with somebody else. I'm like, dang, that's what y'all were trying to tell me. Like, duh, we were trying to tell you, but the only way you can be able to know is through the connection of other people. And a lot of times we go through different things where we feel like we have missed opportunities. It's not the fact of being missed opportunity. It's a missed opportunity. It may be in something that you wanted to connect with, but you weren't in that right level or in that frame of mind for you to be able to get that blessing. And a lot of times it's hard when you are working so hard to get towards things you truly deserve. And we always try to figure out, why does it have to be like molasses moving on a cold winter morning? It's slow as hell, and it's just at times to make you feel like, dog, God and universe, they be having divine timing, and it'll be slow as I don't know what. But you have to understand, I have to remind myself all the time, call myself out on my own BS. You need to be patient. Things, when they want to present this to you, they want to make sure you are aligned spiritually, emotionally, mentally, intellectually, everything that is going to be towards a blessing, because they don't want to give you something that is supposed to be there for a lifetime, for you to only have temporary because you weren't ready for it yet. And a lot of times we have to understand that you're finding your way to your blessing. You're finding your way home, to get to where you truly are deserving to be. A lot of us are going through, different transitions. There's some people that are part of the twin flame connection. And a lot of times, when you're connecting with your soul, we're all in oneness. Even though we may be in a physically detached, we're all connected in oneness. They feel the things that you're going through. And a lot of times they, you may not hear from them because they're going through their own changes, knowing the love is there to support. Even when you're, you may feel like you're being ghosted, or they may be in another, relationship or something like that, and you're waiting for that chance to happen. Everything is unfolding the way where it's needing to. As long as you send love and appreciation towards, your other half, your counterpart, just letting even though we're not connecting in that metaphysical right now is in communicating, I'm still sending you love and support, because I know what we're going through is hard. When it comes to them, it's, when the twin flame, it triggers a lot of insecurities to come out, and it can be very confusing at times, because you're dealing with a lot of heaviness. They bring the good out in you. And a lot of times, people are like, well, Roslynn, I had a twin flame that was very abusive, emotional. And number one, that was a false twin flame to trigger, to let you know you do have a twin flame, but that's not it. That was a part of a stage for you to be able to understand that you're on a twin flame connection. Is just not with that person. They had to remind you of that. They may make you think like, oh, I'm your twin flame, I'm your counterpart, but all these negativity, is very toxic, very this and this and that. That's a part of your soul. It's like split into two people, and that if they're treating you bad, they're treating themselves bad. And so you have to be able to understand that it's not, that's a false twin and false twin encounter that had triggered you to being able to acknowledge you are in a twin flame, relationship, but it's just not with that one. They brought that to your attention for you to be able to know that you are going through one. These different situations. So when it comes to twin flames, that home is within that person. They're trying to get back to themselves. And when I was looking at the song called Affirmation, and it showed so many different things that, that connection, it relates to what I'm going through, relates to the things that I felt part of me was not acknowledged, parts of me I was scared to acknowledge, the things that was, was true, that it was manipulated for me to be able to find the truth. Going through this situation has been very hard for me in so many different levels, like it is with everybody else. We're all going through that struggle on what we have to accept for what has taken place in our lives, so we can be able to forgive, give that situation gratitude, and allow ourselves to appreciate what it taught us. Because a lot of these hard, traumatic situations that we are going through the universe is trying to urge us to see that as a blessing in disguise. Because if we didn't go through these things, we'll still be probably walking around clueless, trying to understand what part of us is not being shown to me. What is a part of me that there's something big that I don't know about, I've become unaware of. So you're becoming that scripture, that holy grail, that meditation, that mantra of something that's very beautiful, very powerful, got strength beyond all measures, that, sometimes others don't want you to acknowledge, that you're finding your way to your peace, you're finding your way to your blessing. And, being able to acknowledge all those things. You can't appreciate, they always tell you can't appreciate the good within you, that light, if you ignore that. You can't hate the other parts of you that is tarnished, that is abused, that is, that was hurt in some kind of way. You have to be able to love and appreciate both sides. I love and appreciate both of my sides, and still work on a daily. to be able to heal. But it took me time to be able to see everything I'm going through has a reason for happening, has a purpose for happening. I'm going through something very dreadful. I'm going through things that I never, wish on anybody. And there will be painful vibrations that I felt that I had to acknowledge. Like, you have to accept that, even no matter what you wanted to believe, the truth is sometimes hard to digest, but you have to take it for what it's worth. And this allowed me to be on a purpose where I can interact with other people. I've always, people like, Roslynn, when they ask you a question, they always get deep, or intellectual. And I wasn't, always been like that, but it stepped up a notch since I don't woke up. So just being able to do these different things, I feel like it's a blessing. I love my purpose. I love to be able to interact with people, and it makes you feel good when you're not going through these struggles alone, and when you're moving forward, you will see people that will encourage you, that will motivate you, like, hey, you're doing something good, keep going, and it's just like, right now I feel a lot of us have had those negative impacts in our life where we connected with people that didn't want to believe in us. But also, you have to understand the people that don't believe in you didn't believe in themselves about their dreams. You can't get advice from people that let go of their dreams. You can't do that. You can't even take advice from somebody when you're moving on towards your dreams. You can't take advice from people like that, because if they can't believe in your dreams, they didn't believe in their own. They sure can't believe you in yours, and they can't guide you towards that. So, you go through all these different things that people, you tell people you really just don't understand the stuff that I had to face, the things I had to go through. Only I do, universe, and I do. But you're being able to move and understand these are the things that gave you that acknowledgement that you're more powerful than you give yourself credit for. Even though the hardest of times that you really are having to face, and to be able to have that power to know you can let go, because sometimes we hold on to things out of fear because we feel like we may not be ready for that. Even though there's parts of us like, girl or dude, shoot, I'm ready for these blessings. What you talking about? And then when it gets close to that time, sometimes we self-sabotage. I've done it so many different times because I felt like I wasn't worthy of these things, or I'm going to mess it up as soon as I step through the door. And you have to be able to have that confidence in yourself. These are the things they're pushing you to do. You moving in ways that a lot of people may feel intimidated to do. That's why they choose you in the first place, to be able to serve that purpose that you have, because you are being that person that they're spotlighting for that example, to tell you no matter what you go through, you can choose to go through the positive way of going through things as a learning process on how to strengthen yourself, how to heal, how to show gratitude, even through the best and the worst of times. Being able to move and see everything as a value of knowledge and wisdom that I needed to get along the way. Or you can allow yourself to be in that low vibration of frequency, seeing everything as in a third eye dimension, third 3D dimension. Or you can allow yourself to become, being victimized to the point you turn out to the culprit of the people that abused you, or a situation that abused you. We all have that choice to choose, to be able to understand everything happens for a reason. There's a powerful purpose for everything that has taken place in your life. It allows you to see, how unstoppable you really are, because a lot of times we go through things and you try to wonder why, things are lashing out at you. As soon as you feel like all these signs are there, that's saying that new doors of opportunities are open, next thing you know, it shuts down. Universe puts us through this because there's times that we said we wanted these blessings, and no matter what, we're going to do what it takes to get to these blessings. But you have to understand, if it was simple as that, you wouldn't be able to appreciate anything. If you always wanted to be an entrepreneur, being your own boss, being able to be a billionaire, being self-made, you had to go through that experience of being at rock bottom, maybe going homeless, being jobless, robbing Peter to pay Paul. You had to go through that. So you worked hard to appreciate that, because you never want to be at that rock bottom frequency again. So when you get towards that blessing of being a self-made billionaire, or whatever you're doing, being very successful at the craft that you've been blessed to do, you're going to allow yourself to keep improving, keep on allowing yourself to add more to what you're creating. That's why it's like when I see people out here, like, you know, a lot of people don't really care for Rihanna or Beyonce or somebody like that. And it's like, I don't idolize them, but I'm just like, that's what I'm talking about. It's just like with Rihanna, people get mad because, hey, I'm ready for our album to come out too. But this girl done had her makeup line, skincare line, her shoes and, lingerie. And on top of that, actress and philanthropist and all that stuff. She kept adding things to her life. And I've seen different things where she was, putting little stuff together, like before she even came famous, just to make her a couple of dollars on the side. And you can really, truly appreciate somebody for their craftsmanship for that. Beyonce, she's still up here, helping people out in Texas that got all these blackouts, or, the people that have been affected by, about to lose their houses. She done paid up rent for people. That's a blessing when you can be able to be that type of person because you knew what it felt like to struggle, and you are in that level to where you can bless somebody else. You remember, you never forget where you came from. You never forget where you came from, because you knew when you see certain situations like that, you knew what it felt like to be in that struggle. But when you are allowing yourself to be in that blessing, that's why I tell people I'm never going to be ashamed of my past, because my past is what made me the person I am today. I can't sit up here and be embarrassed about these things that happen, because everybody has a past. If somebody want to judge me for my past, that's exactly where they need to be, in my past. They don't need to be connected with me like that no more, but being able to appreciate everything, you're becoming that powerful, affirmation of what, many people will admire you by. You probably got people admiring you now. That's why a lot of times you become that, you stick out like a sore thumb. And there are some people that were like, damn, congrats on that. I always tell people, congrats on what you're doing. Even the smallest things that you're giving yourself congratulations for. If you went all day, one whole day without even having a negative vibe or a negative memory coming up and pushing you back forward, you have to be able to show universe, thank you, because I actually got through the day where my frequency wasn't drained over things that I can't control. Or you went through a whole day. Well, even when people came up and try to mess with you or try to, steer you off balance, and you didn't allow those things to trigger you. As soon as you seen it, it was right out your thought process and you kept moving. You have to be congratulating that, because you're seeing the change that's taking place. Now you will understand why you have to be able to trust the process, trust how your life is unfolding. It's not going to happen in your time. It's going to happen in divine time. And then when you'll understand that bigger picture, because then when you finally get where you need to be and it's surpassed where you thought you were going to be, you're going to do everything you can in your power to make sure that blessing stays a blessing. It continues to not just bless you, but bless other people around you, or maybe somebody who's coming along your path that you can end up blessing with. But I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. I said I'm trying to do a few, like a few videos throughout the day, and then take a day or two to, go back and recharge. Because like I said, a sister going through transition like crazy, and it's hitting deep. So I'm just trying to be able to, go ahead and, reflect these out, because you never know when somebody may need to hear this. If this is something you need to hear, this is your confirmation that this was for you. So I hope you were able to enjoy, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop a line. I hope you were able to resonate, leave all my contact information below. Tell somebody about the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to, upload my next video. I would love to give a post notification. Shout out to Treasure Seasons, Mike Standard, Amanda Davis, CC Ave, welcome to the fam, First Eye Vision, and Dewan 40, and Heather Lowen. Much love to you and welcome as well. And I will see y'all on my next video. I hope whatever you're trying to manifest comes so much bigger and better than you ever imagine. It comes quicker than you thought you would receive, even through social distancing. Make sure you give out love, light, positivity, words, vibes, frequencies. You never know. All those things really takes me a long way. Much love to you. Peace and be wild.